Okay, let's see if we can make this boring one interesting. Okay. How big are we going to make this? I think we're going to reduce it. This will be interesting to see if we can make this piece look interesting, even though it's boring. We're going to reverse it. I wonder we're going to leave out those settings, the bleed and the bleed background removal and the text enhance. I'm just going to leave that out. I wonder if we're going to add to this a background colour. So it's not entirely a matte finish, but it's like a semi-matte or nearly matte, but it's probably not quite matte enough to mean that the colour, background colour, can get added. Some of them do work surprisingly well. So let's see if we can make this one look good. Oh, it went quick down there. We're not going all the way with the cyan this time, or the black. We're just going part of the way. We've got a lot of cyan on this original, so let's see if we can make it look really nice. It is a pamphlet, Carpe Diem, Seize the Day, 2019 diaries, out now. So yeah, I won't bother turning it. I got this with my toner, from Mytronics. This is just a bit of advertising stuff to sell a few more things as well as toner. I didn't have to pay for the toner, it's on a service agreement, so that's really good news. I did run out of yellow toner one Saturday, so I'm hoping, hopefully I won't run out for a while. Let's see how we go. So let's see how this turns out. It looks boring, it's just, there's not much there, but yeah, for diaries. People still like paper diaries, I guess. I guess not everyone wants everything to be totally digital, but this looks interesting. It's mostly yellow. I'm wondering if I should have kept the cyan in play a bit brighter. All the other colours appear to be washed out, so I'm just wondering if we're going to... Alright, we're going to go... I don't know why I put yellow in when we were doing a negative, because that's all become yellow. So I'm wondering if I could do that again and just remove this. This is not going well. I was expecting. So let's just do it as a positive. So we're just doing a positive of this. So let's see if we can make this look even better. But we got yellow as a background colour. So yeah, that was a bit of a silly bit of poor judgment. You get that. So let's see how it looks now. And the fact that I didn't add as much cyan and black, well, or especially the cyan. Let's see how that looks. See how that goes. And there is a bit of, I think there is a bit of yellow added to the white. So I'm thinking, trying to decide which is the better result. That looks too yellow, but it looks nice to some extent. But I'm thinking maybe this will be the one we work with. So now we're just going to put this on copied paper, and I'm just going to throw this in the recycle. I'm not going to buy any diaries, but it just came with the toner. It's getting recycled. I'm not throwing it in the waste refuse. So I'm wondering what we're going to do with this. So I'm just wondering, we're going here, we're going to take a section of this and enlarge it. So where are we going to enlarge? We're going to enlarge this bit. So I think we're going to have to overlap it a bit so we don't get the big borders. So we're just going to the A5 area. I'm just hoping I can make this come up a treat. So we're just going to go there, and we're going to make this enlargement just a tad bigger. I don't know if I'm doing this really well. It's really hard to get it to do it properly. So we're doing that section here, that yellow section in the corner. So we're just going to slightly, yeah, I think it's going to go here in this A5, A6, so A5 sort of area. And we're just overlapping it. Actually, yeah, we're overlapping it, or maybe trying to decide if we're going to overlap it or not. So let's see how we go. And I'm wondering if we're going to keep it on that. We're going to add a little bit of extra to it. So it's going to go from 141 to 143 that way, and 143. Actually, I'm thinking it should go a bit bigger. So we're just going to kill that off. 145 I think is more like it. So let's see how we go with that. And then we just have to now, what are we going to do with this silly? Get rid of the yellow now, we don't need it. Look, it's on the page anyway, so we're just going to now go to the colour balance and even up everything. We're just going to add the black in there, and the copy density's got to go to the middle. Contrast is remaining in the same place. Let's see how we go. We're just going to enlarge a section out of it. Well, there goes the squeak in the scanner once again. What's new? Clonic Minolta. So let's see how we go. Right, let's see if this segment... Oh, I know, we did something wrong. I made a gross miscalculation. I think I should have moved it... Oh, fuck, I don't know. I'm going to have to make that larger, but that might be a good thing to make it larger. So we just... the yellow looks good and the cyan looks good. So let's see, what did we do wrong? So we're just going to go, and I think one way we're going to go, we're going to use this error. I'm just wondering, we're just going to leave it on the glass. We're going to go no, not vertical, we're going horizontally. I think we need it to be 200 to fill, maybe, no, 204. We're going 204 for that. So let's see how what we got now. Finish and then start. Okay, let's see if we've made this look good. Yeah, it looks interesting. It's not the greatest thing we've made. I like those colourful bits there. So I think that's going to be where the centre's going to go. Usually the dark area there is a good place to put the centre. It's not the greatest demo I've done. It's a bit boring in my opinion, but I'm wondering if we're going to... What else are we going to do with this? I think we're just going to leave it like that. It might look better once I've assembled it as a mirror image. So let's see how we go. It's not the greatest demo on earth. It's not the greatest original either, for demoing that is. So let's see that the yellow looks good. It's interesting how the yellow doesn't cover everything, but you can see there's bits of grey, which I think prevents the yellow from taking. So let's see, we've got that, and we're just going to do two mirror images of this. I'm just hoping this demo will look better once I've assembled the mirror image, the 4-way mirror image for this. Demo is a bit prolongated, which is odd. Well, I don't know what that was. Was that a car or was that my photocopier making that terrible elongated squeak? It's hard to tell sometimes. I mean, you get a lot of cars around here, so it sounded like it came from a car, or it could have been the copier. We'll soon find out when we make more photocopies as time goes on. Let's see if we've got that squeak. It's a terrible sound. You probably heard it. So we're just lining those up, like so. So this is... So Mitronics, the company I got this photocopier from, and the supplies, Well, they do other things as well as photocopiers and printers. They do like stationery and shit. Actually, I'm actually thinking that I didn't do this properly. For some reason, I'm thinking that maybe these should go in a different pattern. So I'm just gonna do this differently. I think it's going to look better like this. Sorry, folks, but it's very difficult to judge how a mirror image is going to look until you've actually assembled it. So you got to assemble it, and then sometimes you make shitty decisions. Usually I don't pull myself up like this, but sometimes I do when I see it looking really shit. For some reason, I'm thinking that this red writing, or this print, looks better in the middle than it does looking on the outside. I just think this looks a lot better. I think, yeah, the yellow's got more punch. I think that's a much better. So thanks for waiting if you've been patient enough. That doesn't look too bad now. That's quite okay. I think now we can call it quits.